Time to roll the dice again. That's how we're gonna get the elemental energy we need after all. Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use D-Luke's skill now.
Eso es lo que me estaba preguntando. ¿Qué pasaría si pasara
But
eso?
don't worry. Situations like these are why we have the option to reroll. Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and reroll them.
Reroll them. Todos estos. ¿Dónde está Ouroboros?
When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first.
Pues Ouroboros dijo que se iba a quedar callado, que iba a estar viéndolo, pero no iba a comentar.
This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental bursts. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy.
En la última ronda usamos 2 habilidades, lo que significa que hemos acumulado 2 puntos de energía.
Once D-Luke's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But we're still 1 short. Never mind. Let's start with the normal attack instead.
Ataque normal. Okay.
D-Luke's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type.
Uno de piro y 2 de cualquier elemento. Ay,
In any case, your normal attack needs fewer pyro dice than your elemental skill.
Okay, usar. Al igual que las habilidades normales, los ataques normales también te otorgarán un punto de energía al usarlos.
Now we have 3 energy plus.
Parece que el enemigo
we
puede
have
hacerlo
enough
igual
pyro
lo mismo.
elemental dice left over. It's time to use your powerful elemental burst.
Necesita 4 piro y 3. Movimiento piro. Una vida definitiva para colocar con el componente. Selecciona 2 piros y 2 omnidados. ¡Wow! Hizo mucho daño. Cambia de personaje y reacciones elementales. Ah, bien, dije yo que vamos a quedarnos aquí por días.
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple character cards to form a party. Next up, it's time for your second character card, Kaya, to take the stage.
Kaya. Así se pronuncia. Ok.
Oh, it seems like any move by Kaya is going to cost quite a lot of cryo dice.
Tres doritos después. Ok. Kaya, golpe de escarcha.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Nunca usé a Kaya. No me llamó la atención usarlo.
Dodge this!
Good! Now our opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about elemental reactions. Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by certain elemental combos...
Cuanto a que si este minijuego tiene mucha popularidad, después van a sacar aparte un juego. Un juego aparte solo de estas cartas.
an elemental reaction will be triggered. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and use a pyro skill on them. Looks like we have to switch active characters though.
Así fue como nació Hearthstone. Era un minijuego y después comenzó siendo un juego completo. Se recuerdo haber visto bien. Tu oponente está afectado por cryo, así que voy a usar una habilidad pero parece que tendremos que cambiar el personaje como...
Oh, that reminds me! Both sides must have one active character, while others are considered standby characters.
Personajes en reserva. Ajá, los personajes en combate se sitúan más adelante respecto a los que están en reserva.
Normally, we can only use the active character skills.
Ajá.
Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby character, we'll have to switch them to the active character. In this case, we'll have to switch to D-Luke in order to use his skills.
A Diona no le gusta D-Luke, ¿verdad?
You can spend one elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character to the active character.
Uno de cualquier elemento.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Switching characters is an action just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's turn.
Y ataca al que está... Oh,
Most skills can only target the active character. As you can see, your opponent just attacked D-Luke.
Ni sé por qué le estoy poniendo atención, solo voy a ver el tutorial y después voy a hacer otra cosa.
Alright then, now that D-Luke is our active character, it's time to use his skill.
La habilidad de D-Luke.
Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the melt elemental reaction. When triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2.
Aumenta por 2, ok.
This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go! Genius Invocation's elemental reaction system is pretty cool, huh?
Como en el juego. Justamente como en el juego. Nunca supe cómo usar las reacciones elementales en el juego real. Así que probablemente sea malo en este minijuego también. Tomar agua.
Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards. These cards are all known as action cards.
Cartas de acción, que son las armas.
Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand.
Ajá. A ver.
Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack.
Tengo que pensar qué dados tener basado en los personajes que tengo. También tengo que pensar qué personajes hacen en un buen combo, ¿no?
Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just need to put the action cards in our hand to good use.
Ajá.
Don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs to your active character. Take this one, for example.
Ajá.
So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type.
2 de ese tipo. Pero no veo ninguno de ese tipo.
Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice.
Cualquier elemento, ok.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now, just play this action card.
Ok. Ah, no pareciera ser el de tierra. Necesitamos gastar 2 dados unielementales para pagar el coste requerido. ¿Qué es unielemental?
So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast actions do not end your current turn.
No te terminarán tu turno actual. ¿Ok?
Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then, you have your blade. Time to test it out. But wait, Diluc's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, we don't even have 1.
Nope.
Well, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as elemental tuning. By discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character. And this card isn't useful right now, so you might as well use it for elemental tuning.
Conversión elemental. Interesante.
Sometimes you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well. Moving on. Ingenious Invocation TCG. Keeping up a constant flow of combat is much more important than the number of cards you have. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless cards and use them for elemental tuning. Just like playing cards from your hand, elemental tuning is a fast action. Come on, hurry up! Use elemental tuning to get yourself 3 pyro dice.
Tenemos que sacrificar a todas, ¿eh? Ay. Ay.
Well, would you look at that?
Okay.
Finally, we now have enough elemental dice to use Searing Onslaught.
Ay. Para ti.
Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage! What?
Un daño extra. Ah, por la espada. ¿Solo un daño extra por la espada? Ok. Interesante. Intenciones y prueba final.
Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! In a real match, you can make adjustments to your initial hand. At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the same number of new cards. What?
Selecciona el pollo asado con miel y la catedral de Favón. Dos
Once you
paimons.
have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. We gotta take it out pronto. Let's see how you do this time. Remember, start by selecting your initial starting character.
Let's finish this swiftly.
¿Qué? Ah, no, tú no. No me tocó nada bueno.
Hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now let me teach you one
Tengo razones
last trick.
para
Free
ser
of
baneado
charge.
para no hacerlo. Bueno, con que no hagas mucho spam y no traigas ningún tema un mal tema, muy polémico por así decirlo, pues no hay problema, diría yo. ¿Estás entendiendo cómo funciona lo de los dados? Te explicaré en el
You can
último
preview your
curso.
opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent.
Ajá.
Check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round.
¿Hasta se puede ver eso? ¿En serio?
All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order.
Es cierto, debería de hacer una lista de reglas en el ¿cómo se llama? De Discord.
Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures and easily defeat your opponents.
¿Qué es polémico? Bueno, temas que traigan discordia.
Well then, that's the end of the tutorial. You're on your own from here. May victory be yours!
Okay. Muy bien, se supone que deberíamos usar esto. Espérate. Sí. Sí. Ah, ¿y esto qué es? Sería bueno. Así que vamos a hacer esto y atacar. ¡Ay! No, otra vez lo hice. ¡Ataca! ¿Me puedes mandar un video de Discord? Sí. Ahí lo voy a revisar. Vamos a ver, necesito... Podríamos usar... Ya no tengo dados, así que fin.
Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pile. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards to win.
¿Privado? Ponlo en general. Ponlo en general, de ahí lo vamos a revisar conmigo. Puedo usar un piro o puedo usar... Espérate. Okay, sí. Ahí podría usar este para convertirlo. Que me exactamente 2. Un unielemental. ¿Qué es unielemental? Ay. Siempre presiono lo incorrecto. La voy entendiendo poco a poco. Tiene 1 de vida. Ah, es que gasta 1. Ah, pues vamos a terminar esto. Me está dando cuenta que los efectos de las cartas en la ronda anterior sigue afectando a la siguiente ronda. Es interesante eso. Pero bueno, quiero ir a explorar, así que ya me Tuve suficiente, dirá yo. Invocación de los sabios es un juego de cartas de ritmo rápido y emocionante. Usa tu mazo de cartas de personaje y de acción. Y reta a distintos oponentes a una partida de tablero. Ajá, lo vimos. Ajá, lo vimos. Ajá, ajá. 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 Ok. ¿Qué son esas letras?
All right, cool. Those are the basics. Did you get all that? What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new players. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge.
¿Puedes añadirme como amigo de
But
Genshin?
the
Sí.
rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be able to take on any of those rowdy booze hounds.
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think I understand the basic premise of the game now.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist had such an eclectic skill set.
¿Qué es lo que necesitas
Oh,
para ser amigo?
when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
En absoluto.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway, what are you doing here?
Sí, no le gusta para nada.
The
digo.
Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, you have some collaboration with my winery. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach them the game.
Wait, this card?
La carta, su carta.
Diluc's character
Me
card!
la imaginé.
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this particular card is a first for me.
La
Our
primera vez que
customer
vi una
left it
carta
behind
de
a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Mm.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away. Never seen him around here before.
Eye patch, you say?
Ese es Kaya.
I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the Dilu character card?
Sí, ¿qué tiene la
I
carta
don't
de
mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
Okay.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel's Share.
No, quiero jugar una
I was
partida.
hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the Cat's Tail is very intriguing. It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. We'll have to have that duel another time.
Ok, no hay problema.
Good. Then I'll take my leave.
Te vaya bien.
You know where the door is. Don't let the door hit you where Lord Barbados split you. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright.
Creo que Kaya se mantiene molestando a Diluc, ¿no?
Now that we are familiar with the rules, why don't we try playing a game of Genius Invocation TCG?
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. This sounds like fun. But in order to play an official duel, you need to have 3 character cards. Remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards.
¿Ah?
Got it?
3 cartas de
Then,
personaje y 30 cartas
Let's
de
use my
acción.
cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. But now that we've learned the rules, I can see that this one must be the Sucrose character card. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc,